to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're now an existing subscriber, welcome back. For today's video, this is going to be my last intro video for my projects on my channel for 2022, and I'm going to be introducing my Pan That palette. Now, I was throwing around some ideas because I didn't know whether I wanted to do pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, and it really was until like the last minute that I ended up deciding to just do a pan that palette. I was going to join the Pantastic Ladies Collab Facebook group one and I'd signed up to that, but the palette I wanted to pan this year, I just couldn't get to work with the theme, which was size matters for that one. So I have asked for myself to be removed off that, and I'm just going to be doing a pan that palette on my channel because, like I said, I really need to pan this palette because it's old. But what I'm also going to be doing as well, because I did enjoy it last year, is I'm going to be doing a 1-month-1 palette as well alongside it. So if I want to have a bit of a variety and a different palette to play with, I will have that as well. And it's also going to be an opportunity for me to use some of my eyeshadow palettes in my collection, because I have too many eyeshadow palettes that are just sat there not being used, and some that I've had for a long time that haven't been used as well. So I'm going to predominantly focus on those for a while. So each month I'll pick the 1-month-1 palette for myself, and they're going to start off being the ones that I've had in my collection for a while that I haven't used, and I'm embarrassed to say that, but I'm trying to make a change and I'm trying to use them. So let me introduce my Pan That palette first, and this year it's going to be my Urban Decay Naked 3. So I got this from my parents for a birthday present when I was in my 3rd year at uni. Now, I've left uni 6 years this year, so this is old. But it still is nice, you know. I have been wearing it because I'm really late at filming this. I have a cut-off point for each of my projects, and for this one it's going to be the 20th of each month. Now, it's the 26th. I've just been so busy and I've been unwell. So I've been unwell, I've been really busy at work, so I just haven't had a chance, unfortunately, to film it yet. So I have used this a few times, but before I even used it, I did take a picture. We will have a comparison each month. I've used this a few times, not as much as what I should have with it being in my collection for 6 years. But I'm going to be panning it this year anyway, so it's going to get plenty of use this year. So this is what it's looking like. So I did remove these 2 shades. This one because I just know me and I know I won't use this shade. It was called Black Heart and it was just a bit dark for what I usually go for. I'm not usually someone that uses dark colours because I just feel like make me look like I've got a black eye. However, I am going to keep this one in because I do want to have the option to have a colour that I can put in the outer corner if I wanted to. But I have been using the rest and they seem to perform okay. I'm wearing it today. I don't think there's any other shades in here that I'm going to be getting rid of. I haven't tried them all, but the ones I have tried are still performing okay. They're not performing as well as what they used to when I first got it, but it's old, so that's why. But it's not irritating my eyes, it's not causing me any problems, so I am going to continue on using this. So my goal is to just try and hit pan in all of these shades. If I reach that, like in the middle of the year or at any point, I will just continue on with this palette until December and see where we can get to. I'll be really, really happy if I have pan in all of these by the end of the year. This is going to be my focus palette. Like, I have other palettes that I've introduced into projects, but I'm going to try and not put too many eyeshadows in other projects because I do want this to be the focus one, and then my 1-month-1 palette to be something I can just use if I don't want to use this one. Because, you know, this is quite a neutral palette, which is perfect for every day. You know, me going into the office, me just wearing it on a day-to-day basis. But sometimes you do want something a little bit more. This palette does have sentimental value to me just because this was the first eyeshadow palette that I got that was high-end that my parents bought me. So I will always keep the packaging, I think, but I don't see the need in just having it sat there expiring when I can at least just still keep the packaging going forward. So that is my Pan That palette for 2022. And then I have my 1-month-1 palette, like I said. This isn't an old palette that I've chosen, but it's a palette that I've had in my collection long enough, and for it not to have been used, it's not great. So I think I might have swatched one of the shades in here. I cannot remember if I've ever used this. I don't think I have. I've definitely used the other one I got. I got this a few Christmases back from my parents as well, and it is the I Heart Revolution Cotton Candy palette. It's going to be my 1 month, 1 palette for the next month. I love the packaging. And here are the colours. So it's a really, really pretty palette. Definitely colours I can use again every day, but it does have those popper colours if I did want them. And I also do think it will accommodate this palette as well, so I can use both if I want to, if I want something a little bit more dramatic, because these shades aren't exactly in your face, and sometimes you do want that little bit of sparkle and something that is a little bit in your face. So I am happy with this one. I know I like the formula of this because I have tried the peanut butter cup one of this that I got as well. This palette is just too pretty to be sat there. So that is my Pan That Palette introduction. I am looking forward to panning that this year. It hasn't had a huge amount of views, so it may take me a while. I've seen everyone say that panning Urban Decay eyeshadows is not easy, but I'm at least going to give it an attempt. I think that's the main thing. I'm going to at least try, and I'm really hoping, I'm going to have some good progress over the next few months to show you, because that is going to be my focus palette. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And I'd love to know below your thoughts and opinions on the palettes that I've chosen for my Pan That Palette and 1 month, 1 palette for this month. And if you are doing a Pan That Palette, please let me know below what palette you are panning, and if you have an introduction video or you're doing any of the projects, please leave them below as well, because I love watching project pan videos. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.